Oh. So, in this stream, we're listening to the Cat Lady soundtrack. It's a really good game on Steam, and I have permission to play some of the music. Anyway, I'm gonna be drawing sketches, like fast, simple drawings that aren't very like, they're a bit abstract. Hello, Qsums. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Did you see that there were like problems with Beespawn yesterday? I heard. So I have this background of a painting, and I don't know what should be here. I'll just draw on top of it, or I might draw something completely separate. Oh, you were working. No, it was just a different. It was the Avalon map, but it was supposed to be the. It was supposed to be Celestia map, and it was giving balance idols, yeah. But it was supposed to be Elemental. But they fixed it. And people also said that it reset their like level and tier for like a moment in Beastmon. Yeah, it was, but now it's not. I might play a game now after I draw a bit. So I was just thinking about, yeah, it's my favorite as well. I was just thinking about talking about how I've been feeling and drawing stuff. I've been having a lot of mental problems with rumination, where you keep thinking about something that is unpleasant, and it causes you anxiety, but it's really hard to stop thinking about it. And it's not just that, but like, it's a complicated thing. I don't really like have any big expectations that I'm talking more for myself right now. Like, no worries if you can't understand. But I appreciate anyone who is listening, really. So I planned to go to this event for board games, and it's at a place that I've been before, and it seems like it could be fun. And for some reason I just woke up last night at 3 a.m. and my heart was pounding, and I couldn't fall asleep. I was just feeling afraid that I'm going to not have a good time. Even though it's not anything serious, it's just playing board games. No worries, Qsums. Thank you for stopping by. Don't worry. Thank you for being here. You don't need to stay if you have to sleep, but I appreciate you. Alright, we could play together, yes, of course. I played one match yesterday with people who invited me. I'm gonna log in. Oh, by the way, here is one of my new paintings. And this is actually a part of my, like, mental problems. So in social media, I'm trying to find a good music for this, like for what I'm gonna say. Goodbye if you're leaving. So yeah, this is one of my new paintings, and it's Pyramid Head from Silent Hill, who's eating pizza. And I personally really like it. I like how it came out. But most people don't seem to really like understand it or like it that much. And that's the common like theme with most of my new drawings and paintings. Where I'm making something and I really like how it comes out, but for some reason my like it doesn't get liked on the social media like Instagram, Facebook as much as it did before, like significantly, and that's really worrying because it keeps happening. That's not the only thing. So the problem is that I have like multiple layers of stuff that worry me. Anyway, this drawing here is inspired by the show Severance. It's a really, really good show. I'm just inviting people to the stream. And oh, here is another painting. I like how it came out. Okay, 1 second. I'm just inviting people to the stream, logging into Wizard 101 because I might play a match. So that's why I'm a bit slow right now. I know that not many people will hear what I'm saying right now, but maybe someone will hear it after, like, at some point. I'm just chatting, like, sharing feelings. So yeah, I had a lot of troubles with mental health, anxiety. I have this weird obsession with feeling afraid, and it's not normal, it's not logical. Just feeling afraid of feeling anxiety about most things. And I'm really like trying to learn more about this. I'm even calling up psychologists. I'm researching It's not something that I've never experienced before, but it's just returning in a very strong way. Talking about how I feel helps a bit. So that's why I'm talking, because I feel better to express this. Unfortunately, it feels serious, like it feels like something that I can't pretend like it doesn't exist. So that's why I'm talking about it. One of my there's like multiple layers of the anxiety, which is why it's so hard. I understand. I've been watching a lot of videos to try to help myself, like learning about how to do mindfulness, like how to bring your attention to your breathing, and how to like understand that the voice that you hear in your head with your anxiety thoughts, rumination, it's not helpful. And when you have the rumination means to think about things that worry you over and over without like for a long time, and it's very upsetting. And I've been listening to a lot of videos to try to understand this and how to not get paralyzed by it, and it helps, but it's still hard. So one of my worries is about social media and art. My job, kind of. I mean, it is a job, but it's also a hobby at the same time. But anyway, so I've been having struggles with, for example, I've read a lot that you have to post often things that people like, and the thought of this worries me because I don't always feel inspired to make art, or I feel inspired to make art that doesn't look like something that most people could enjoy, like it's not popular. Like for example, what I'm doing right now, it's more of an abstract, childish type sketch monster thing, you know. It's just something that I do for venting, like for expressing something. It's not some people like it, like it's not something that no one likes, but it's not it doesn't feel like it's my most, like my best work. You know, I've done a lot of stuff, and I just start feeling anxiety that even when I put the most effort, it still doesn't get almost any attention that it used to get. And I know a lot of the reasons why this is happening, and some of them feel out of my control. At the same time, they feel like they are in my control, and it's very confusing and complicated, because I know that, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, I'm kind of skipping to another part, but the problem with all of this is that I have like multiple layers of different things that are stressful and worrying, and they are, each one is very like long, and I don't want to like I don't want to talk too long about just one, but this is one of the main ones. About another thing that's connected to this is that I don't feel very inspired. I mean, I feel inspired, but not to a super, like, a degree that I feel like it's gonna lead to results that are significant. I really like what I've drawn recently, the stuff that I showed earlier. But even though I really like it, I know that when I post it, I see that I used to get like 200 likes as a medium around in Instagram. I know it sounds silly. But these likes, they determine how much it's viewed and how much people like it or something. And now I get like 100 or less, or sometimes it's more, sometimes less, but it's around 100. Even when it's something that I think is really good, for my opinion. Like this, for example. I really like this, and I felt very inspired when I did it. I had this idea in my head. I thought it was a good thing. Like, it doesn't come often that I have this much like inspiration, energy, an idea beforehand. Like, it doesn't happen all the time. And I see that it gets like, on Facebook I used to get like thousands, now I get like 40. And on Instagram I used to get 200 around, now I get 100 or less. And this is how it is with this one, which I think is nice, even though I believe in it, but I know that something is wrong. Something is like difficult and wrong. And it demotivates me and worries me. I know that it's because there's many reasons. Like, first of all, I think about the reasons. AI is like making people value art less, kind of. It makes people not see art as that as valuable as before. Like, it's more common because there's so much AI art and people don't know what is real, what is not, and stuff like that. That's one reason. Another reason is that the social media sites in general are filled with a lot of competition and a lot of people, more people over time, and becomes more difficult to stand out. There's more like art all the time and posts, so it means that only very special, shocking, strange things or jokes or something very strong gets seen more, and the stuff that isn't as like popular doesn't get seen because it's an algorithm and stuff like that. So that means that just over time it gets harder and harder to get noticed, and it used to be much easier. And I felt like I was doing something more like that, stuff like that. This is a sketch. It's abstract, but here you can see some other things that I've done. I don't know what to show you. Are you a Wizard 101 fan? If you are, I can show you something that I've done. This is a sketch, but like, it's a joke drawing someone wanted. Oh, I thought something else. Oh, you mean, oh, that's just an abstract thing. Like, it's not anything. I have something else. It's not really supposed to be anything. It's more, this is what when I do this, I usually imagine a head. Like, it's a head, it's not a something else. I know it looks like it could be something else. It could be anything you want, but these are just abstract stuff. And they help me think of something else, like when I do them. Sometimes I can think of a new idea while making them. Yeah, the social media problem and the art is very worrying, and there's also the thing where where I lived with my grandma and my mom, and my grandma passed away a few months ago, and she was a incredible person and a very, very big emotional and everything, like, support to me and my mom. And I'm already like not very strong mentally. Like, I had troubles with anxiety most of my life, but not so bad. Like, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's not that bad. And I did have very strong anxiety last year, and it stopped eventually somehow. But I did have it a lot last year, and she was still alive then. And now it's just like I'm coming back to the same feelings, but if they were worse. My mom is also very filled with like just worries about everything, and now it's worse. And I feel like I have no person in my life that I can have for like a support to feel like they are calm and they are on my side and they aren't afraid that much, because my mom is like my best friend, and everyone else, I do have friends, but sometimes I feel like they don't see me as that close, or I don't know how to describe this exactly. There's also, yeah, my mom, who is like my best friend. She's also really struggling and has these health problems, which are very worrying her. And she's just like me, in the sense that we have trouble with controlling the negative thoughts, the rumination, and the anxiety, and she has health problems and with sleeping and stomach problems. And she sometimes just feels so afraid, and I start feeling anxious because she is anxious, or she starts feeling anxious because I'm feeling anxious, and we like make each other anxious by talking or existing or seeing each other, because we care about each other, but we also have anxiety, and so we make each other more anxious by with this kind of stuff. She sometimes says stuff like, I feel like I might be sick too, I might die. But of course we know that might not be true, or it's complicated, it's not really, it might not be the case, or it's catastrophizing, thinking about the worst things that might not be true. And I know that I sound very logical right now and emotionless, or maybe that's how I sound, but I I have a lot of, even though I can have this logic, I still have this voice of anxiety in my head that gets very loud and disturbing. And I'm just sharing like as if I'm just, I guess, to feel like maybe someone hears it and understands maybe a little, even though I don't expect almost anything. It feels good to say it out loud and to describe it. And it's like a very multi-layered thing in this, that there's just a lot of different, it's not that bad, but like, for example, I was thinking about going to this board game event, and the road to it, I'm gonna go alone. And I asked some friends, but I'm not sure they can come. I could ask more, but anyway, that's not really a problem. But the road is a bit long, not that long, but a bit long, and it's very close to a place where I had painting exhibition last year, where I had this group exhibition with other people, and I had this like kind of negative experience there. And I remember just last year walking to this place, this like 20-minute, 15 something, walking to it and thinking about how afraid and misunderstood I feel. And now I know that this place is very close and I have to follow the same road. And in the night I wake up and I'm like, oh no, I'm going to remember how bad I felt before when I was walking the same road. And how am I going to handle it? Like, that it's just very painful. Even though the experience wasn't that bad, what happened was that it's kind of, maybe it sounds silly. So I was asked to choose a few of my drawings, not paintings. I was told to choose a few of my ink pencil drawings for this for a group exhibition with other people. They're gonna hang paintings, and some of mine, like 5, are gonna be there, and many others. And that's a great opportunity, like it's awesome. And what happened was they said don't choose your paintings, choose only like the drawings with ink and pencil because they're better. Something, they said something like that. And I know that upset me a little, but that's not really the main thing. It's just connected. So they said choose your drawings, not your paintings with like paint. And then I chose them, and I like them. I mean, they're not bad, and other people like them too. But the problem is that the drawings are small and pale, but they're done with a technique that's very like detailed. And so I go there and I see that everyone else that's chosen to be a part of this exhibit is like chosen to show paintings, not drawings. And they're very colorful and very bright, very like strong colors. Like I have paintings like that, but anyway. And my drawings are very like smaller and pale, and they're not very visible. And that's not so bad, but like it's a bit annoying because I know it's like a long story. But anyway, I don't. The owners are very nice and they decide to like buy two, but no one else like from the public buys something else, like, which is okay, like it happens. But yeah, and when they put them, like they just look so small and pale compared to my drawings, compared to the big paintings everywhere else. And I have a lot of paintings, but they said don't choose paintings. Everyone else chose paintings. Everyone else can do the paintings, but not me. And here is, I can show you some of my paintings. This is, one second, looking for this is one of my newer ones without the eye. The eye is something else. This is just a painting, and it's one of my favorite ones, and it wasn't really, I made it last year. And there's an effect with my paintings where this is one of my best ones, but I have many others. So anyway, what happens is that they don't look as good when you look at them through a computer or a phone screen. Like they don't look that great. There's something with the colors, like they don't seem that good when you see them through a digital way. But they look much better in real life. And a lot of the times people have this like judgment where they think that they aren't as good, and the ink pencil drawings on the reverse, they look much better when you look at them through a screen. I'm gonna show you something. They look much more like brighter when you look at them through a screen. This is an ink pencil drawing, but it's not like it's not bad, but I have many others. So anyway, this is an ink pencil drawing, and these usually look much more pale in real life. And but a lot of people say that they like this more because they have a very like precise style or something. They're very detailed, but they look much more pale. And so they told me, don't choose paintings, choose only these, but these are small. And I decided to go along because I thought maybe they're asking this of everyone else. Like maybe I won't. Everyone else will also have like drawings, that not paintings that are big. But no, and it was just a lot of big paintings there and my small pale drawings. And I remember just walking there alone because it's a long road, and worrying about how I'm judged, or about just in general being seen, and walking there so many times to like write stuff, paperwork, or bring something, or talk with people. I don't know why I had to go there a lot of times. And then I just, it's okay, like it wasn't that bad, but it was not very pleasant. And now I have to, not, I don't have to, but there is an event that I was thinking of going to, and I might still go tomorrow, of board games at a place that's close to the gallery, but it's not at the same place, it's just closed. And I would have to go there alone again, and I just, suddenly I woke up in the night with my heart pounding. I don't know why I'm so like sensitive, I don't know why. But I just started remembering about this situation. I was in general had this anxiety problem without that situation. It was like a lot of stuff building from different moments. And last year I had this like similar constant feeling of like my chest is tight, my heart is pounding, I feel cold, my hands and my legs feel cold all the time. I don't know why. And it passed eventually, like after a few like months. it I something like I started doing a lot of drawings and paintings, and I started feeling more confident because I had a lot of good results at some point. And it passed, but then eventually my grandma passed away. Then the social media started feeling like it's getting harder. I had this like friendships that fell apart, and now I just remember that, yeah. And last year I started feeling this anxiety because it started when it was New Year. I started feeling like my mom told me we aren't celebrating enough. We don't you don't you've you don't talk enough with other people. You don't have enough friendships. We don't like have normal celebrations or something like that. But she was in a very bad mood. But that kind of made me think I was already not well. Like, it's a long story, but that kind of triggered me to have a lot of fear that I'm not connecting enough with others, or that I'm not doing enough to have a good life in the future. Because I do talk and have friends, but I don't meet up. Like, I don't participate in big social events usually, and yet at the same time I feel like I should, and that and if I don't, something bad would happen, or that I need to have more connections and meet up with people more and talk more, stuff like that. That's also why I started streaming last year. It's hard to describe all of this because it's when you hear a part of it, it's not all like, it's just a long story. But you could understand a bit maybe if you hear a little or you felt similar. Another thing that I worry about is I often worry that I don't look normal because I have this problem. I just, that's not the only one. Like, you know, I've already said it so many times. I've repeated. I repeat myself a lot. But yeah, that I just have something in my physical appearance that's not normal for someone my age, and that is just another one of those like that I've read that people don't like, you know, being judged for how you look or how you speak. All these things are just parts of what the anxiety voice in my head uses to make me worry and afraid. And I know I make it sound like it's not that big of a deal now because I sound as if I can like distance myself, but it just starts talking so loudly and so much that even trying to be logical about it doesn't stop it, and it's still very disturbing, even though I'm trying to use logic or observe it. You know how I've watched a lot of videos about cognitive behavioral therapy. Another thing is that in general I start feeling like I don't get pleasure out of things that I used to get pleasure from. I guess maybe this is maybe depression. I just I don't feel like listening to music that much. I don't feel like watching movies. I don't feel like playing a game. I don't I don't feel like drawing. It doesn't like I don't get pleasure from it for a significant amount of time, like months. And I worry about this because I'm like, if I don't do things, like if I don't draw or if I don't try to communicate more or something would bad will happen. No one would understand me. Why I feel sad for so long. I it's a mix, and yet at the same time, yeah, it passes. Like it's not constant, but it is a a large amount of time. I don't know what I'm doing right now. And so I've watched a lot of videos. Wait, surrounding this. I haven't been looking if anyone's chatting on YouTube. I like it. I miss your animation stuff. Hope you get better. Thank you, Mug Baseball. I just saw your message. I'm probably chatting at like no one, yeah, right now. I don't usually when I stream. It's a bit hard to I can't stream regularly all the time, and I don't have a specific day. I know that it's good to choose a day, like choose one day in the week where you will always stream and you know people will watch, like that your viewers are able to. So that's something that I really need to figure out because I can't stream every day or very often. I need to find what the best like day in the week is because otherwise I just can't. I get very tired. I've been doing before I've streamed a lot for many days when there's the event that I like, but now I don't think I'll have the energy to do that, so maybe I should plan this. I'm gonna write it. I'm thinking of having one day and time in the week where I will stream, and I want it to be a day where I know a few of you, like some of you, would be able to come if you aren't busy. I have to figure out which day to choose. By the way, I'm live now. Yeah, I think that's a problem. maybe 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 I'll do a poll. Sunday, maybe. So yeah, I'm just planning because I know how streaming works, and that it's good to find a day where most of your viewers can come, because I can't do it often. Like, I can't do it doing it at random times means that sometimes you get these moments where almost no one is here because they don't know that I'm streaming. So I need to find a day in the week where I know that people are free and want to listen, because a lot of people don't know when I stream. Whoever wants to, like, just the best time. Right now I know it's not the best time, it's just I've had some luck before at this time, so that's why I decided this time. So what could I say? And I don't know if I should go to that, like, event. Maybe I will. Another thing is that, yeah, it's just I'm worrying that maybe my anxiety thoughts are really hard to control. Like, and I want to accept them and try to be okay, like, do what I can. My main fears come from, what if I don't do enough to be okay? I have this voice acting job that I think I'm doing well. They say I'm doing it well, but they haven't paid me, and it's just my first, like, time voicing a character, and I really like it. And I wish that could be like my serious job, and I've been doing it for a few, like, they call me for a day or two, for a week, and for months. Like, I've been called to do this for a few hours, for like 3 hours, this cartoon character. And I wish that could be like a serious job where they call me for voicing characters or stuff like that, because I believe that I can do it well. But I don't know if they really count me as that important there, because there's so many other people, and they haven't told me how much they will pay me, which is not like, it's a complicated thing. But yeah, it's nice that it exists as an option. Like, I'm trying to be more positive. Another thing that scares me is that before I used to feel like this enjoyment from expressing myself. like from drawing, how I feel. I also felt anger a lot, and I like drawing scary things. But now I almost don't at these months. I guess maybe it's because I just feel like I can't really change anything with monsters, that people don't have compassion or can understand them. And so my motivation to draw them is also lowered. Or I don't know what, maybe because I'm so shocked from what's happening these days that it's hard to feel confident. My main worry is that I don't know what would happen to me in the future, like when I don't have, like what if I lose more of my energy? Would people have compassion if I need help then? See so many weird, like bad things in the world happening on social media, and I know I should limit it, like not look at. But the problem is that in order to create a drawing, like an artwork that's interesting for people, I need to know what's the current famous thing, like what are people talking about, and maybe get inspired from that, maybe. Unfortunately, the side effect is that I read through a lot of bad, scary news, which is very sometimes disturbing, even though I try to, you know, think logically and know that it's not so bad. I just, something in my subconscious, I guess, gets worried and doesn't get inspired. I don't get inspired from all the, like, constantly bad things happening somewhere in the world. Especially with my own things. And another thing is that I've drawn a lot. I've done a lot of paintings. And I start feeling like I do want to draw, I just don't feel like I can do it as regularly to attract people, to like have this as a job, more like a hobby. And I'm afraid of this because before I used to think it could be a job at the pace that I was doing it. And I had a lot of belief, faith, like confidence, because right now what you're seeing is horrible. Like, this is just a doodles, like it's not really anything. But I had a lot of confidence and belief in myself because I got thousands of likes on Facebook, where I have like a lot of followers before for my art. And now it seems like this has totally fallen apart, kind of. And I have a lot of knowledge that is worrying me, like knowing that, hello Stem, how are you? I have a lot of knowledge, like knowing that a lot of people who are from somewhere else, I don't know, they get paid to post, and when they've been posting for a long time on Facebook, they have art or they post thoughts and they get paid. And I've never gotten paid to post. I've only gotten like sold paintings or done commissions, like custom paintings, but I never get paid to post. I start feeling like, because that something is wrong because of this. Like, it's just, you know, the voice of anxiety trying to find everything bad that it can make me worry about. And I'm expressing it right now to try to feel better, even though, like, I don't have huge expectations about being understood. But maybe someone can. Today, yeah, I woke up in the night with my heart pounding, and then hours later, I somehow fell asleep. And then I woke up with this, not, my heart wasn't pounding, but my chest was tight, like, and hurting. Right now it's not. I don't know why. Right now it's not hurting. But I woke up with this feeling that my chest is tight and it's hurting, and I feel as if I'm sick to my stomach a bit, like, and I get bad thoughts. But I also felt a little bit better. I was a bit like telling myself, okay, I need to accept this is the situation. I'm trying what I can. Even though bad things are happening, I'm just trying to do what I can. I'm trying, and I shouldn't judge too much, or I should adjust my expectations. I don't know. I'm trying. I felt a little bit more accepting when I woke up, even though I felt this horrible feeling in my chest. And I thought, okay, I feel really mentally sick, and I should try to go more easy on myself. But I still don't. I start the voice in my head starts saying, no one would understand. People have a lot of more serious problems. This is not that bad, but you feeling bad is bad. Stuff like that. Judging myself for feeling the way that I feel. It's kind of insane how, like, I just have, you know, it's normal. Brains have negativity bias. And I've been, like, accidentally thinking a lot of negative things. And it's not helpful. It's not helpful, but it's easy to fall back in the negative, self-destructive way, because I have a tendency towards it. And I was thinking about going to this art therapy on Saturday, and I booked, like, to go there, and it said it accepted me, like, that there's room for me. And then I called and they said there's no room for me, which was very, like, disappointing, because it's first it said that there is room, then it said there's no room. But that's okay. Like, it's like a big step for me to do anything social. So whenever I try something and something a little bad happens, it's a bit hard to forget it. But I still logically understand that, like, it's just what happens sometimes. No one, like, there are gonna be obstacles all the time in the world. It was supposed to be like this group art therapy event, I went to a different one last week and it was nice, but it wasn't like therapy. It was more of a something else that my aunt was organizing, and she invited me. It's a different with watercolor. Three people separate in three and they make a watercolor painting together. And that was nice. I wish I kind of liked it, but it's not something that happens very often. Another thing, I guess it's just that I've read so much that if you wanna be successful on social media, you gotta do something that people like very, very often or almost all the time, and you gotta think of something new and something that is connected to what people find interesting. Been trying kind of to do that with something else, not this, like what I'm doing right now. This is just sketches of abstract expression. But anyway, and I'm trying to understand what if I can't do this that much? Like maybe I'm just not good at being someone who can make things that people find interesting because of how many expectations there are or how much competition. Oh, another thing that's worrying me is that so I had a solo exhibition last year in the fall, like towards the end of the year, and I did sell a good amount of paintings, which is a great sign. Like people are like them, and the prices weren't too low, but there was one person who I think is smart, who told me that my prices are too low and something like that. And I just started to think about this and worry that how do I what do I do? And I also feel more like making art is harder in general because of all the problems that I said with AI and more competition, more anxiety, my problems. And I feel bad about all of these things. I always don't know what's the correct price for art. Like if you're selling a painting or if you're doing a commission, it's always very confusing. There are past prices, but sometimes I feel like that's not always the same. Like it's not always the right thing. And some people say the opposite, that the prices are too high if it's a commission. It's complicated. And it's, even though I've had so many, like I've had a lot of commissions, I feel like my energy to make art, I have more experience, but I'm struggling to get inspired, and knowing that some people tell me, oh, your prices are too low, you're not doing enough, and it's hard to like do something that requires me a lot of, I want to do it well, and knowing that, oh, my price is too low, so like I'm not getting enough for doing this, for like doing hours of work thinking hard. This is what I'm doing right now is not. I've repeated myself, but like, what I'm doing right now is not like a serious artwork. It's more of a sketch, trauma, like venting. It's not a. I don't. This is not my full strength. What you're seeing here. And I started to think, like, I used to believe that I could do it, that I could just had more energy. I don't know. Another thing is I find it hard to connect with the things that are currently popular. I watched Wicked, and I think it's fun. It's not bad, but I don't feel like super inspired to, for example, draw fan art or do something similar. I just don't. It doesn't catch me. That's one of the like popular things, and other situations, or I did for example, right now there's this show called Severance, and it's not super famous, but it's really good. And I did an artwork, a drawing connected to it, and I thought that it was a good drawing. I thought it was a good drawing, but it seems like it wasn't perceived that way by most people. I mean, some people liked it, but it wasn't like I'm comparing it to my other stuff and what other people are doing as fan art, and feel like it was not liked that much. And even though I liked it, and it's painful, demotivating. It's this drawing, if you're wondering. I thought it was an interesting idea because of how he's separated and holding the balloons. Maybe, I know, I mean, it's not perfect. Not perfect, it's not, you know, there can always be something better, but I thought it was a decent idea, like it was a decent attempt at doing something interesting, and some people did, but it didn't really, like, it seemed as if maybe because the show isn't very popular, but I do see a lot of fan art on Twitter that gets like thousands of likes from all kinds of people. And I love the show. I really love the show. But I guess maybe I didn't try. I did try, but I guess sometimes you can't like do something that connects. I feel like I literally drew nothing good this stream, but I'm glad I thought. My phone is falling on the floor. I don't know what I'm doing right now. It's minimalism. Whoops. Maybe one thing that maybe one thing that triggered me to have so many. First of all, I'm predisposed to having anxiety in general. I'm kind of predisposed. And second, my mom is my best friend, and she is really anxiety these days more than usual, and I'm also fragile. Like I get anxious easily, but seeing her anxious so much makes me me feel even more anxious. It's hard. I mean, I try. She's worrying about like not being able to sleep, having stomach issues. She's had stomach problems for a long time, but now it's like worse or different, and she's been to many doctors. It seems like it's maybe connected to hypersensitivity. Her mom, like passing away, my grandma, and work stressing her over time a lot and stuff like that. And she's also stressed because of me, because I'm also stressed. And yeah. I know I've been repeating myself and talking a lot about these things that maybe are boring to a lot of people, but it feels good to have talked so much. Me too. I ruminate on thoughts too. Is it below 0 outside here? Are you decent? It's like 5 degrees. Thank you so much for the subscription, Leviathan. I really appreciate it. That's so nice. Look, I don't know if you've seen the show Severance. Maybe you've already seen this, but yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and thank you, Mao, for being here as well. How are you, Leviathan? Did you play some Beastbone yet? Did you hear about yesterday? The problems. Oh my god, that's great, and not at all I'm enjoying. Fire in Turkey? Yeah, I mean that it was the Avalon map and not the Celestia, and some people had problems with their tiers resetting in Beastbone. I played once yesterday, and I haven't played once today. So I'm wondering like which day in the week would be the best to stream. If anyone has an idea for that, I'm also asking it on Discord. Is Sunday a good day? Cause I want to have like a specific day that I stream in, cause I can't stream every day. as much as I did unless I feel very like powerful. So is Sunday a good day? I don't know. People tend to hang around at home on Sundays. Yeah, that's true. I hear that. Oh god, thank god nothing is damaging. Sunday's good day later on our time because usually people recover from Saturday and gather earlier. Like this time. This time for me is the best, an hour before, but it's hard to gather like family. Sometimes the voice of anxiety in my head. Yeah, it is early for the audience that plays Wizard 101. The problem is I don't know what the best like time. Maybe when it's 6 p.m. for me, but then I don't know, it's hard. Cause I wanna talk about, I don't wanna just play Wizard 101, I do wanna draw, I wanna draw and talk. Maybe on Sunday I could stream in a later hour, and that could be a special day. Maybe. Maybe I could have 2 days. I don't know if my earphone stopped working or what happened. So, I've been talking a lot about this anxiety problem that I have, and it's very hard. If you like drawing earlier, make a recording but stream video later during stream so that you can analyze it and see it in different eyes. That's not a bad idea. Or I could show the... Yeah, it's hard. Because, yeah, I mean, it does record. But sometimes I get inspired to draw because I have people, like, chatting at the same time. But when it's like later in the day, I'm usually more tired and I can't draw as well. So I can't, so that's really annoying. But I could just talk and sketch stuff. I don't really have energy. I don't really have energy even now. So I could just talk and chat and have like a day, maybe some Sunday later. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just... Yes, you can suggest ideas. But I might not draw them very well right now. I'm gonna try, maybe. But you can, yeah, you can suggest. I don't know why the chat is turned off, why the chat box. Yes, I need to fix my chat box. Thank you. Oh, wait, let me see. Okay, so for anxiety, for this gloomy weather, magnesium and vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D. I personally don't get Sundays off because of my work. People tend to handle. RPG Maker game by you would go crazy. Some of these guys look like enemies, kinda like the off-game mechanics. I hope Buffer Anxiety becomes less bad. My bot likes to tease me a lot and it stresses me out. Yeah, I wish that your anxiety reduces. I don't know why my chat box stopped working. Like, I had this chat box that showed what's like happening on this, like what people are chatting, but right now it's not working. I have no idea why. I wish I could fix it. I'll have to fix it some other time because right now I'm very distracted. I have no idea why it stopped working. And as for drawings, can you make a creature that contains element from Astro? No, I mean the stream chat. Like, I had this chat box that showed what people are saying on the stream. And it says it's like supposed to be on, but it's not working, and I don't know why. I'll have to try to fix that somehow. I don't know why it stopped working. Astro signs. Like zodiac signs. I might draw that sometime. I don't know if I'll draw it now. I was more like thinking of chatting, doing some abstract stuff. I'm looking at the zodiac signs now. I see that there's arrows. Body of Centaur for Sagittarius with tail of Scorpion. When the chat box was working, it was like easier to look at what both chats are saying, because I'm also on YouTube. But now it's not saying, so it's a bit hard. I have to switch between both. I was thinking about this stream being specifically for talking about the mental health problems that I've been having. Body of a centaur. Oh. Like a mix of the zodiac. Sometimes I have this anxiety voice in my head that tells me I should stop talking, or that I can't be understood, and stuff like that. It's a bit hard to describe that. I'm afraid of reading. Sometimes I feel like I'm afraid of looking at my phone. But it's not, it's obviously illogical. I think it's a mix of the depression or something, because I don't get pleasure from a lot of things. One good habit, small one for the start, something like consistency that would give you a boost. Well, one of my habits is to make a sketch. And I think that's a good habit. Walking outside. Maybe reducing something, like, I don't know. Wanted to ask you a long time about that, since I really want to make something like that, but I want to see from your perspective. Right now I'm not in my most, like, powerful state, but I'm trying something. Terror-inducing anxiety. Yes. I was thinking this could be a scorpion. But that's a wonderful habit, both are. Drawing is deaf part of you as well. Make walking is deaf great one. Make it a certain time as a daily routine. I think acceptance of who I am, will be helpful. I wonder why the chat box stopped working. Like, I have no idea. Let me just try to fix it. Now, I'm gonna go to streaming tools. No. Stream manager. Where is it? Something connected to the chat. My chat. One second. And you can look at something else. This is a painting I did of Pyramid Head eating pizza. Pop out chat. My computer is being slow. Husk that I'm viewing. What is Husk? Channel. Okay, maybe if I go here. Chat. Chat settings. Pop out chat. Okay. No. How did I do it before? Okay, I think I need to really concentrate. Maybe I have to watch a video. I don't know why it stopped working. Ask from Lemuria, the baseball map, the Pyramid Head pizza painting. Oh, I understand. You mean the heap? I'm gonna have to like watch a video. I don't understand how, like, what happened.
So if you want to have your Twitch chat popping up on your stream like this, or like this below or above or anywhere on your stream in fact, then I've got you covered. Let's go to streamlabs.com and log in with an account that you might already have. If not, make an account and link it to your Twitch. It's super simple.
Okay, Streamlabs. I'm listening to someone. I don't know why it stopped working by itself. Like, what changed? Login. Okay, I'm going in Streamlabs. Nothingness Pizzeria. Did you see this? Okay, chat box here, I see it. Copy widget URL. I'm trying to... Okay. Let's see. Why is it still not working? Copy widget URL. I don't represent. Oh. Thank you everyone who was here, by the way. I'm gonna have to end the stream soon, but I really appreciate you so much, everyone. I'm sorry for being a bit slow at the end. I'm trying to understand how to... I want pizza now. This music is so funky. Astro and Silent Hill. Okay, let's see again.
It's just like registering for any old website. Once you're over there and you're all logged in, you'll notice that down the side here you've got a bunch of the widgets button. But for this video, let's talk about the chat box in particular. So click on this. There is a bunch of free options up here that you can download to make the basic kind of built-in one that you can do. Fonts, you can hide people, and all of that. It will preview what it should. Don't share it with anyone else because it can stream. I've got mine set up already, but let's remove it completely just for argument's sake so you can see it from scratch. I'll do it on this screen.
Sorry, I'm watching someone's video. Chaos Creation, how to add Twitch chat to OBS Studio.
Just copy it from Streamlabs, just click plus here in your sources on your main streaming screen. Then you want to click browser out of this list of options.
Okay, browser. Oh no. Why is the... Okay. Why is it looking like this?
Call it something memorable like Chatbox, just so you know what it is. Then you'll have a random OBS link pop up here, but you want to get rid of that one, and then Control-V will paste the link that you had from your side. Click OK, and now you'll have an empty box here that you can sort of bend to shape and put wherever you want. I like to have mine sort of below my webcam if I'm doing it on my main screen. It is empty, but you can test this by going to your Twitch channel and typing in chat, so you'll notice that I just...
Okay, so they say to copy the... Okay, now it's working. After I completely remade it. Now it's working. I see that it's working. Okay, I fixed it. Let me see if it's working on YouTube. Yeah, it's working on YouTube. Okay, so for some reason it stopped working before, but now it's working. I don't know why things break by themselves. Like, what happens? I don't know what happened, why it broke. Someone is saying something weird. You did it, good job, Ant. Thank you. I can't believe how many sketches I drew that are kind of not the best, not my best work. I have this, look, I have this background. I have this background of a painting, and I don't know what I want there to be. I don't know what I want on this background, but I have it. Like, I've made it as a real painting. I was thinking something with a road. I was thinking something with a road, but I don't know what. If anyone has ideas, feel free to say. I don't. Or maybe something with space. It's very sinking to the bottom. Okay, that's good. It could be underwater. It could be an underwater painting. That's actually good. I'll just write it down because I don't have a lot of energy, but I like this. Underwater. Underwater roads. Not me writing underwater, but yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Underwater road. You have a very good idea, but I have to think of something more alongside this. Maybe I have to look at underwater art. Maybe seaweed growing around lamps. Maybe a lamp coming out of the water. keep thinking, oh, people like cats, so there should be a cat doing something here. This could be seaweed. A cat snorkeling. A cat scuba diving. Catfish. Catfish car. Um. Okay, I also need to fix my YouTube chat so that it doesn't say those links all the time. But I don't know how. Oh. I forgot what I did. Maybe it's in Nightbot. Oh. I need to go to the YouTube, yeah. Oh, it's like asking me as if I've never done it before. I don't know. I guess it's in stream element or... Just trying to find a way to change something. Your street light reminds me of Arc that can give other options reflections. Timers. Okay, I found it. Found where it is. Okay, online interval. Just making it. I'm making it so it says the links in a longer amount of time. Okay. I think I fixed it. Seahorses. Maybe seahorse cat. Wait, I should draw this cat on another layer. Or whatever it is. Seahorse Sagittarius. a different color. It has to be orange or something. Maybe different kinds of fish cats, different types. Like not just one, but different. Fish cat. Why is it still saying? Oh, that's Botrix. I have like too many bots. That's why it's so... $20. Okay. Cat octopus. Maybe it would be three things. Maybe it could be three, like... And I just have to arrange them. Three types. A catfish, a cat seahorse, and a cat octopus. Maybe. But that could be a bit too much, I don't know. And I could arrange them in some way where they fit to be. Multiple catfish. Oh, like this maybe. I'm turning around the head. Maybe there has to be a profile. Like a profile. Maybe the cat seahorse could be a profile instead of a face. I'm glad you love it. I don't know. Just it could be something completely different, but this is an interesting idea. Thank you so much for being here and for helping me. Yes, I think this could be a decent concept. If I could make it better, that would be good, but I think it's starting to be a decent idea. Oh, my program fell apart. I wonder how to place them so that we can see the background, but we can also see the fish cats. Or maybe it could interact with the lamp. Like the squid could wrap itself around the lamp. Or something like that. It could be like interacting with the lamp in some way, touching it or something, so that it makes sense with the environment. Like the tentacles could twist around the lamp or something, like some kind of connection. I don't know if this is but yeah, it would make more of it would be more connected to the environment then somehow. Yeah, that's not bad because then it has a connection with the lamp, but if I could think of some kind of interaction or something. I don't know. Maybe they could look at each other. Maybe this cat could look upwards at the seahorse. like looking upwards. We're homies. This is where I use the golden... Wait, did my chat box stop working again? Oh no. Oh, it does. What if there was an abandoned bus stop and a mysterious figure, Milan? Yeah, this is where I use the golden sparrow method. It's supposed to be appeasing to the eye. What could a fish cat do? Eat? No. Eat seaweed? No. I don't know what kind of like... I'll catch up later on, need to run now. You're doing amazing, and magnesium and vitamin C combo. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. I will try. I'll try. I thought vitamin D. I haven't heard of magnesium being so important, but that's maybe a good thing. Maybe I'll get it. Now I'm starting to get these thoughts like, what if this idea isn't that great? Maybe it's not worth, or it's not shocking, it's not like that crazy. I don't know, but it doesn't need to be shocking. Anxiety. I'm trying to make like fish coming out of the road, maybe in the distance. Would the lamps have like light? This is a sketch for a painting. That's why I'm not really coloring it in a way that makes... I'm not really doing it that great. Because I'm trying to plan. Sinking down the road to the road from the top. maybe too small, but it's not bad. It's it has to be not over detailed. Like some things are better when they're more minimalistic, but I'm trying it. Maybe I'm not doing it exactly. Yes, I'm also curious. Thank you. Uh, this was an idea that I thought I drew well, even though it's obviously nonsense. But I thought it was drawn in an interesting way, and I think I got 0 comments on Instagram. I mean, it happens, but like 0, yeah, not 1 comment. Maybe I thought it was a funny, weird idea. I like the way I drew it. It's more of a like emptiness nonsense type. I guess it's to reflect how I'm feeling about stuff. Existential. I actually have someone who is asking me to do a commission, but I don't know if they'll continue, like if it will actually happen, but they were asking me for an underwater painting with cereal things. Not cats, but like just in general. And I wasn't thinking that this painting would be this kind of painting. But it would be nice to do something in that theme since it's something that someone wants in general. So that's good that there was this connection. If only I could think of a way for this to be better. I think maybe I'm expecting too much from myself. Maybe I think too hard. I judge myself too hard, or I ask too much from myself. Sometimes if I'm in a very good mood, I can think of really interesting things on the spot. But it's only if something very specific like happens that really excites me, and that doesn't happen very often. Or if I've slept for a long time. That's what happened with even though it didn't get like that much, this painting, the idea came to me after I was able to sleep for 2 days. Not the entire day, but like I was just sleeping well for 2 days. So thinking of an idea was easier. But then when I saw that it didn't get really like that much, because it got like 100 and I'm used to getting 200 before, and on Facebook it's 40. And I don't know, just seeing these numbers, for some reason, it just makes me feel like I'm going down. Like, even though I think it's a good idea and that I'm it's stressful. I know I'm repeating a lot of things that I've already said before. The anxiety, I'm saying what the anxiety is repeating in my head. It's a very evil little creature. Someone said to imagine anxiety as like a little cartoon character. I imagine that my anxiety as him from the Powerpuff Girls. Because, but that's actually kind of bad because him is so powerful. Him is so powerful, so, imagining anxiety as him is probably not a good idea. But maybe like a lesser version of him. I don't know. Like spiked ball. Yes, maybe that's a better way to imagine. Sometimes I get this feeling in my chest. Wait, I thought I made this Botrix thing say it less. I made it say it every 20 minutes. I guess I'll put it half an hour. Okay. I also feel like that. And it's kind of annoying because the day when you wake up and you already feel exhausted, that's the worst. And I feel like I'm being expected to do things, but you wake up exhausted. I'm afraid that I have like multiple mental problems, like that I have just so many. Attention deficit disorder, autism, and anxiety and depression, and I don't know what else. Maybe it's not true. I'm just afraid because I have a lot of stuff that connects to all of those, and it's not like I can. Of course, I can see logically. I can I can try to feel better, and when I woke up last night with the heart pounding, and I kept thinking, oh, I've watched so many videos about how to deal with anxiety, and here I am suffering and not sleeping and having this reaction. I'm so stupid, and how can I like have this horrible reaction now after knowing so many ways and what it is, like after researching so much and knowing so many things about the world? How am I having this bad of a reaction? And I felt like I was judging myself and for reacting, for like waking up and not being able to sleep and having the reaction. But that was actually so bad to like judge yourself for experiencing something, because it makes it worse. But I was like, I watched so many things. How am I so stupid and so weak or so emotional to, after knowing so many things about the brain, that I'm suffering in such a significantly horrible way? just from my thoughts, from the voice of anxiety and the heart and the chest and the stuff like that. But yeah, that's not that's not helpful to judge yourself for to like expect things. To expect just because you know a lot of things means that anxiety is gonna not be as bad. It can even make it worse, maybe because you think about it more, but I'm trying to think about it in a better way. To make it less somehow. Ugh, I don't know what I'm doing. This has to have a lot of underwater type effects. I think one of my problems, I'm just gonna say, I guess, before I end, is that I have multiple like mental problems, I guess, and I judge myself for them. Like I have less energy and less leisure or enjoyment, and because of this my drawing is a bit not as good. It's still good. And there's also the social media problems and all that, and so like it's like a combination. I feel afraid of not being successful in art, and I think that I should just accept that maybe I can't be successful all the time. Sometimes I can be, but like I can't be someone who's very like, you know, has a certainty by nature, and I should try to accept. Another thing is that I feel disconnected and afraid that people won't understand how I feel and would judge me for this. because so many like artists seem like they aren't struggling that much, in the sense that they aren't inspired. They don't have problems with being uninspired so much. Some artists, not I mean, a lot of artists struggle, but I see so many successful ones. I guess I compare myself to social media stuff, which is not good and not helpful. But I want to know like what are people. I want to know more about the world. Like I can't completely not look at anything. I don't feel so bad right now, strangely, maybe because I talked so much about how I feel. I feel better. I feel a bit better. I still feel a bit bad, but not as bad as when I woke up. But I feel like I'm not great. I'm not in a perfect mode. I'm just a little better, it seems. Okay, thank you everyone who was here. Thank you Mao and Leviathan for your support so much. And thank you Leviathan for the gifted, for the subscription, and Mao for your, and for talking with me, and Mao for your awesome support and company, and Qsums and Mahomet who were here as well, and Stem as well. I think I'll stream for certain. I'll stream at some point on Sunday, since it seems like I know that it's I might stream at another day as well, but I might do a stream on Sunday. Maybe I don't know. I have to find like what's the day that's best. I don't know. Maybe it's not so serious, like if I can find it or not, but okay. Let's raid someone. Okay. Thank you. One second. I really appreciate you all. I'll stream sometime again. I don't know when. Maybe not tomorrow, but Sunday maybe, or Tuesday or Sunday. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to me, whoever was here, and I know that I should probably stream at different hours. I just don't know exactly when. This was the best time now. And whoever listened and understands, I really appreciate you again.